Um, yeah, and it will open the dental designer to start with the scans with the design steps. But according to the scan steps, we need to make sure we have the upper and lower jaw, and the face scan is the optional for us to use. Yeah, as well as the pictures of the patient. And what could we do here on the second step of the workflow bar on the top of the screen? We have the preparation step with the occlusal alignment, and I do have my scan here with the occlusal plane set here. I wanted to set these points, which I think is the best way to place the occlusal plane in the correct position. I need to choose the second molar, the palatal cusp, the midline, and then the last dot is going to be on the opposite side in the same position. Here we have the outline of the teeth to be placed approximately in the right position, like this. This is the position of our incisal pin to be shown during the virtual articulation. And after the occlusal alignment, we are ready to hit next to come to the trim step to trim out the scan like this. I need just to draw this green spline in the correct position, which I've done now, and hit next to come to the lower jaw and do the same. All over the 6 anteriors, we wanted to play with the snap and smile, and we need to annotate them tooth by tooth near the neck, near the margin. Yeah. And after that, we are ready to hit next to be there. This is the insertion direction step, which is really important step for us, and we need to put the scan in the facial position, maybe 35 degrees inclination, to see as much as possible the facial surface and edges of the teeth. I think it should be done something like this position. And we need to hit set direction, and this direction gonna be set over the teeth we have here. Yeah. Now we are ready to hit next and come to our anatomy pre-design step. On this anatomy pre-design step, we have this 3 sub-steps: the smile composer, margin line, and die interface. And on the smile composer, we will compose the teeth all over the scan with the different shape or size or length or whatever we wanted to change to show the patient how it will look like. Load the scan. You could click the load the scan and pick up the file from the folder over your station, over your computer, and pick up the POY file of your face scan and click open to upload it into the system. I do have them uploaded, and it will look like this. Yeah. And I have my face scan and my surface scans or jaw scans and design over my face. And I could use my alignment tools under the additional scans to align my face scan to my 3D arch scan and my design to see how it will look like in the correct position. And after that, we are ready to go to the next steps shown over the scan. It's okay to have some undercuts with the margin line because I wanted to use the flexibility of the PMMA to adjust it over the teeth, and this is how this margin line will look like. But we still have this option to define where the margin line should be. We could draw it in the certain position we wanted to keep, something like this. And after that, we are ready to come to the die interface. We have the message about the margin line is crossing undercuts area. And in our case, we need to click yes to allow this area of the undercuts to be crossed out. And now we have the die interface step. And what is really important, I need to uncheck the boxes of the remove undercuts. And if I wanted to print it out, I need to uncheck box drill compensation. If I wanted to mill it out, yeah, I could keep the drill compensation on. Yeah. And this step will create the die interface, the cement gap all around this veneer, this tabletop, with the parameters of the cement gap shown here. And we have the parameters as default parameters, but we do have the option to change it here as well. And hit next to come to the next tooth. When we are working on the posteriors, to apply the veneers, the tabletops over the facial or buccal surface, we need to have the same approach of the insertion direction as it was shown before. But if you wanted to change the occlusion over the posteriors, you need to keep direction from the top, from the occlusal view, something like this. And again, it depends on the purpose of the tabletops you wanted to use for. It's just aesthetical, or you wanted to realign the occlusal surface, the occlusal tables. Yeah, okay, and I wanna just to click next, next, next for the rest of my anteriors. Line looks like this without the scan. Yeah. And what I wanted to show you is this real view engine tool. I wanted to open it, and it will bring my picture over the 3D design, or 3D design over the picture. And we have the four steps workflow, with the very first one to define the just to place the picture in the correct position. And you could see I have my smile outlines over my teeth. It means there are going to be orientation for my tabletops to be placed inside of the outlines. And I need to place the two dots over my eyes and maybe one vertical line to have more orientation of the midline I have. And after that, I am ready to cut out the smile, and it will look like this. If I need, I could do correction of the smile. I could draw it, or I could just right click, oops, yeah, and clear the spline and start over dot by dot with the defining of my cut out smile line all over my smile. Yeah, I need to do correction here. I wanted to remove this point, and I will put the pair of the point one on the picture and the other one on my 3D scan, and it will bring the picture over the 3D scan. If I need to do correction, because here I am out a bit, I could just move it slightly. Oops. Of this workflow, I have the rendering step. I need to click on the rendering step to apply my design, 3D design, and I still have, pardon, the sculpt toolkit to transform my teeth, yeah, one by one with the tools here. You could see I could play with the shape of the tools and size of the tools here, using the global transformation, individual transformation, morphing tool, wax knife. Yeah, let's use the morphing tool, for example, and I could pick it up and move the edge, expand it a bit with the interproximal areas, yeah, something like this. And I could continue with the rest of the teeth here. Yeah, and one more option is that if you look at the picture, you could see this red square. This red square is responsible for transferring the color from inside of the square, of this red square, to the 3D design. And to transfer this color, I need to activate the color over the library, very last option on the right side of the screen. And oops, it will change the color over the 3D design. And if I have something red over my picture, like lips, my T is gonna be red as well. Oh, we need to change the position of the square to take the color out of this area, for example. This picture, yeah, to work over the 3D view, and you could see the color is coming, and this is pretty close to the natural color. And now we could use our 3D rotation to work over the 3D design. Yeah, and anytime we could switch off color of the teeth and color of the scan to see and modify the surface with any other tools available here. And yeah, now we have the time to start with the virtual articulation. We could activate our virtual articulator and use this virtual articulator with different articulators we have. And I get used to play with the cable articulator, but also in the drop-down menu we have the plenty of them, and you could pick up which one you wanted to work with and choose, for example, Ivaclar, and it will switch it to the Ivaclar interface. Something like this. Let's switch it back. Because I like this incisal pin to be placed according to our occlusal plane, aligned before, couple steps before. And this is the positioner, the pointer of our position of the upper jaw here. And here we have some parameters, the settings of the Bennett and Condoler to be preset, to be coming from the real articulators over the scans and design to be shown. And I wanted to take away the articulator itself and maybe take away the lower jaw to show, okay, this is the excursion, protrusion excursion hitting my centrals. And what could I do with that is just click Adapt Design here, and the design gonna be adapted automatically. Show surface, but just taking away a bit the material from the edge. Yeah. Again, that's gonna be not my permanent construction. It's gonna be just snap and smile to show how the smile will look like, and what we need to do to get to reach out this result. And I could make translucent my active item as well as the rest of them. And you could see in some areas my tooth is overlapping the gingiva. It means this snap and smile construction could be placed over the teeth in the patient mouth, and it's gonna be kind of guide to cut out the soft tissue in this area to have the equal length of the teeth with the nice smile. This is the way how we could play with the soft tissue changes. For example, in such areas like near the canine, look like. And I could take a video of this face and smile with the color and send it to the patient to show patient how the treatment could look like. And yeah, this is one of the ways how we could communicate with the patient. Okay, and after that, yeah, let's switch it off. We are ready to hit next to come to the final step. Yeah, and in some areas like this, we have the minimum thickness enforced by the software. And I'd recommend to choose no in this case. And even if we have some holes in the construction, they're gonna be placed without the damaging any teeth. And it means I wanted to keep exactly the same thickness as I'm trying to get in. Yeah. But again, if you click the yes or yes to all, the software will will enforce the minimum thickness in the highlighted areas, and I will have the bump in that area, which I will need to remove manually after the milling, after the production. Yeah, and this is how the smile could look like. And we are on the final step to smooth everything over with the wax knife or with the morphine tool. Yeah, and to do some small detailed correction. And this is the bridge now. We could take away scan to see inside, and everything is connected as a one piece. And when we are smoothing between two teeth, we will destroy the connection. This is the reason to be careful with, to don't destroy it. Yeah. But just to use the smooth tool or wax knife tools carefully over this bridge to be taken, to be designed. Okay, and we have this this construction over the innocent teeth, and we are ready to hit next. And we have the message again about the minimum thickness. Only way we could proceed is to click yes. If we click no, we need to come back and add some materials in some thin areas. Yeah, and this is the step of the saving design, and we will save design of the tabletops in bridge, and we could lift up indication to show how it will look before and after, like this way. And this is exactly snap-on smile.